What's going on? What's going on, crypto fam? Welcome, everybody. It's currently 1:35 p.m. PDT time. All right. What day is it? I don't even know what day it was, man. I'm over here, having some rough couple of days, man, with this cold. But it's currently Wednesday, all right, November 16th. We got a lot of things to dive into regarding FTX, right, regarding SHIB, and then also touching on Amazon, which I just seen today, which is pretty interesting. So some pretty interesting topics to cover. I'll wait a little bit before we dive into it. All right, get everything ready. Again, hope you guys are having a wonderful and smooth Wednesday. Let me go ahead and mute this real quick. Bada bing, bada boom. Man, it seems like the more I dive into this FTX, man, just the more crazy things that unravel, right? The more crazy things that unravel. And just some of the things, right? Just some of the things that I want to dive into as far as the FTX that showed them today, right? Just today is, as you see right here. I'm gonna actually put this up. Make sure you guys can actually see this right here. FTX, right? When it comes to all the athletes, all the celebrities that pretty much were, promoting FTX, it's a lot of lawsuits coming their way. Definitely a lot of lawsuits coming their way. FTX investors who lost out on money are not playing any games. All right. I see living in Dallas, Texas, coming in. He said, "What's good, fam? What's going on, brother?" I see my man, Legal Alien. He was the first one in here. My man was in here before the stream even started. He said, "Let's go." What's going on, Legal Alien? Live in Dallas, Texas. Shout out to both of y'all. Again, hope you're having a wonderful and smooth Thursday. Well, Wednesday. I keep thinking it's Thursday for some reason. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. But yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into it. I know some people are going to start joining us while we're talking about it. So let me just go ahead and dive into it right now. All right. So first off, again, this article right here, zoom in a little bit more. It says Tom Brady, Larry David, and other celebrities named in FTX lawsuits. All right. Then it says the lawsuit alleges that U.S. customers sustained $11 billion in damages and accused the exchange of targeting unsophisticated investors. All right. But before we even dive into this, I'm going to show you this other article as well regarding FTX. Shout outs to Watch Guru News. They said U.S. House Committee announces hearing on FTX collapse. All right. So we're going to dive into that as well. But before we even dive into just like all the FTX stuff, I kind of want to give somewhat of like a breakdown and a summary of just how we even got here, because I feel like there's a good amount of people who just don't understand the FTX stuff still, because there's a lot. I feel like every day that comes, as far as like the FTX news and everything, there's always something new that's pouring out. So I want to give like a quick little summary of just how we even got here, the accusations, some of the things that we kind of just gathered in the past couple of days, right, this past week. So going back to SBF, who again is the CEO of FTX, right? My man name is Sam Bankman-Fried, right? He posted this on Twitter November 10th. And let me actually zoom in a little bit right here. All right. So he posted this November 10th and he said, "I'm sorry. That's the biggest thing. I fucked up and should have done better." All right. And then after that, that's when he pretty much came out with just a bunch of just other tweets leading after that, pretty much just breaking down everything that's been happening, this, that, and the third. Right. So that's how it initially started. Right. That's how it initially started. Right. And then just to kind of give you a good idea of just what happened initially again, type it in. Right. This is Google. I typed in, "Why has FTX collapsed?" Right. It says FTX filed for bankruptcy on November 11th after a surge of customer withdrawals earlier in the month. CEO Sam Bankman-Fried admitted that the company did not have sufficient assets in reserve to meet customer demand. Keep in mind, billions of dollars got liquidated when it came to this just event, right? Billions of dollars lost, right? Just billions and billions of dollars lost. I see my man Love Diane get here say, "Yo, what's going on, brother?" Eddie T in the building. What's going on? What's going on, Eddie T? Welcome. So that's what happened. Keep in mind, this is what pretty much happened November 11th, right? So FTX, long story short, they didn't have enough. They didn't have the a sufficient asset, right? A sufficient amount of assets to reserve to meet customer demand, right? But this happened on November 12th, which is pretty much the day after, the whole bankruptcy thing. And this article right here, which I've also heard, where people were saying like, was FTX hacked, right? Then it says a deep dive reveals a backdoor built into accounting software. So this article is pretty much breaking down like, was FTX hacked, or was the CEO Sam Bankman-Fried secretly moving and taking money and all this stuff, right? So I want us to dive into this a little bit as well. Dive into a little bit of this. So it says, in the later hours of Friday evening, FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried secretly moved $10 billion in funds to Alameda trading firm via software backdoor. All right. Then it says late on Friday, probably zoom in a little bit more. It says late on Friday evening, it has since been confirmed that a total of around $10 billion was moved from FTX to Alameda Research by FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried, SBF. And it says speculation of a hack steadily appeared after several abnormal wallet transactions were highlighted, indicating that between $1 to $2 billion in client funds were unaccounted for when SBF. Here's the thing that had me kind of just, and believe me, none of this is funny, but like, I mean, I'm kind of a goofy person, so I see comedy just everywhere I look. But right here was just kind of random, because he said when SBF was questioned regarding the missing $1 to $2 billion, his response was question mark, 3 question marks. Right. I see my man Design DNA in it, but he says, hey, he says, Eddie T, love thy ink. What's going on? Design, welcome, brother. Yeah, so then it says, crunching the numbers, upon reviewing blockchain transactions, FTX's wallet address was shown to have received a total of $105.3 million worth of Ethereum, Solana, and BNB tokens from international and US-based wallets since 9:20 Eastern Time on November 11th. And then it says, keeping a thoroughly documented Twitter thread of the ongoing transactions at the time, Fubar publicly followed the cash flow as it occurred. And then this is Fubar, this guy that posted it on Twitter. Right here, he says, hundreds of millions of dollars are now flowing out of FTX wallets. Some speculate liquidators, but it's late on a Friday night. Not typical times for such rapid, heavy movements. Some withdrawals are being swapped from Tether to DAI. Hack or insider actions, $26 million here. So just like how he says hack or insider actions, some people believe that it's SBF, right? The CEO of FTX that was, moving this money out this back door that was, in their software, right? So a lot of just crazy speculation and stuff there. And then also going over to my man Elon Musk, because of course Elon Musk got a lot of stuff on his plate with Twitter and everything else, but my man still tied himself into FTX because that's just what he does. Elon Musk, he has something to say about everything, right? Let me see. This is Eddie T. Love Thy Ink. No sound here. Wait, can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear? Can you guys hear my audio? If my audio is not on right now, then yeah, my audio is on. It's working. Yeah, it's showing my mic is on. I was about to say, if my audio was not on the whole time, whew, that'd have been horrible. Okay, what's going on, Xander? I hear you. Okay, perfect. All right. Yeah. So Elon Musk got involved with this FTX just debacle and stuff, right? And he came onto Twitter because he was responding to some guy named Tom Fitton on Twitter. Nope, don't do that. What is that? He was responding to this guy named Tom Fitton on Twitter, and Tom Fitton said, while the Biden gang has been harassing and threatening Elon Musk and his companies, one of the worst scams in modern finance was being perpetuated under their nose by a regular WH/Hill visitor and the second biggest Democratic donor, right? And then Elon Musk responded to this guy saying, SBF, who's the CEO of FTX, right? He said SBF was a major Dem donor, which stands for Democratic donor. He says, so no investigation, right? And then then Elon Musk actually posted this whole, like, I guess you can call like this pretty much just how everybody kind of tied together in a sense when it comes to FTX and everything. So as you can see right here, let me see if I can click on the picture. So you can see right here, I think that's the best it's going to get. You see right here how Sam Bankman-Fried, right, the CEO of FTX, below it says he's an MIT graduate. They're pretty much connecting him to Gary Gensler, who was the head of SEC, right? The head of the SEC and former professor at MIT, right? And then they're connecting Gary Gensler to this guy down here, Glenn Ellison, who is also a professor. Professor of economics at MIT and former boss of Gary Gensler, right? And then Glenn Allison is connected to Carolyn Ellison, who is the CEO of Alameda. She also dated Bankman-Fried, again, the CEO of FTX, and she's also the daughter of Glenn Ellison, this guy right here. Right, and then then they tied her to Sam Bankman-Fried, which again they were saying that it was a bunch of money being sent to Alameda. Keep in mind she's the CEO of Alameda, so like the more you dive into this FTX stuff, man, it's like a super duper, just it's a pretty interesting rabbit hole that just continues to kind of bring just crazy stuff out, right? Crazy news. And then again, going back to what Elon Musk said as far as him being one of the biggest, or sorry, one of the major Democratic donors, even this article right here says Bankman-Fried spent millions on Democratic campaigns. So it's pretty obvious that, of course, he was, donating a lot of money to the, Democratic Party and everything. It says dozens of congressional candidates, most of them Democrats, received campaign contributions or indirect financial support from Sam Bankman-Fried, the crypto tycoon whose company collapsed last week. So again, going back to why Elon Musk was saying, that's why, at the time, there was like no investigation really happening to Sam Bankman-Fried, but believe me, there's definitely an investigation that's going to happen with him. That's happening now with him, and that goes back to this article right here. As far as it says, U.S. House Committee announces hearing on FTX collapse. So I can hear you now. Thank you. All right, sweet, sweet, sweet. My man, Design DNA said so many twists, turns, and connections. Definitely, it's crazy. It's a crazy amount, right? Yeah, I'm not gonna dive into the whole just article of this, but I'm just talking about like the main part. But yeah, as right here, so that's the Watch Guru again. It says right here, it says in a statement released by current chairwoman Maxine Waters, the U.S. House Committee of Financial Services has announced a hearing on the FTX collapse. The U.S. House is swiftly seeking answers to the platform's financial ruin. All right. It says the hearing has been set for this December, and we'll see the House speak to some of the major players involved in the fiasco. This includes now disgraced founder Sam Bankman-Fried and his connected quantitative trading company Alameda Research. So of course they're going to be grilling Sam Bankman-Fried. They're going to be grilling, I'm sure, Carolyn Ellison, maybe even Glenn Ellison and Gary Gensler as well. Right. But on top of that, let's talk about all the athletes and celebrities that got affected in this as well, right? What's going on, Shav Kings? What's going on, brother? He said, what's up, family? Let's go. What's going on, brother? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yo, look at this article right here. It says Tom Brady, Larry David, and other celebrities named in FTX lawsuit. So, of course, anybody, like any celebrity athlete who either had like what is it, like an advertisement, some type of promo, some type of commercial that was pretty much talking about FTX, they have lawsuits that are being sent their way because just everything that happened. A lot of people started either investing into FTX token or started using FTX because these celebrities and athletes were pretty much promoting it. That's how marketing works, right? So it says the lawsuit alleges that the U.S. customer sustained $11 billion in damages and accused the exchange of targeting unsophisticated investors. So right here it says a class action lawsuit. So it's actually a class action lawsuit that was filed, right? Which just pretty much means it's going to just be like, I don't know how many millions, but millions of people who've been affected by this, right? Obviously, it's going to be a class action lawsuit. A lot of people try to get some money back from this. So it says the class action lawsuit filed Tuesday alleges that the crypto platform FTX and former CEO Sam Bankman-Fried violated Florida law, misled customers, and cost investors billions of dollars in damages. And then just some of these people who were a part of this, right? It says the lawsuit also names some of the athletes and celebrities that promoted the platform, including Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback Tom Brady and supermodel Gisele Bündchen, his ex-wife. Sorry, 1 second. All right, my apologies, y'all. I'm back. Yeah. So, some of the celebrities affected by this, right? And that's going to be a part of this class action lawsuit. Tom Brady, his ex-wife Giselle, Golden State Warriors guard Stephen Curry, and businessman Kevin O'Leary, right? And then who else is there? There was a few other people. There was a good amount of athletes and celebrities that was pretty much pushing FTX. I remember some of the FTX commercials that was happening and stuff. So again, huge class action lawsuit that's going towards any celebrity and athlete that was a part of just promoting FTX, which kind of sucks. I mean, at the time, of course, they only did it because FTX, everything was fine. Everything was fine. I'm sure they have like these athletes and like celebrities have millions and millions and millions that like they're multi-millionaires. So I'm sure they have teams that look over everything and make sure FTX is actually like, somewhat like, legit and everything. And I'm assuming everything panned out. But unfortunately, FTX collapsed and it's a whole nother story. It says, Love, what's good, my brother? It says, working as always, man. Time to build this. Cuffing the dip in the building. What's going on, Cuff? You say, yo, what's going on? What's the word? What's going on, brother? Talking about this FTX stuff right now. I said, Cuff, what up? This is working. This is waiting on this FTX movie to come. Man, they definitely gonna make a documentary or something for sure. Yeah, so that's all the stuff going on with like the celebrities and everything. Yeah, so as far as FTX, just in general, I mean, even if we look at the overall market right now, Bitcoin is at $16,500. Keep in mind, before FTX and stuff collapsed, Bitcoin was at like $20,000, right? Close to $21,000. Now Bitcoin is down $16,000. So, I mean, I'm down to $16,000. So, obviously, FTX, the collapse and everything is still affecting the overall market. The overall crypto market cap is at $829 billion. I'm sorry, $829 million. Right? No, I'm billion. I'm tripping. Oh my God, bro, I'm tripping. The global crypto market cap is at $829 billion, right? Bitcoin is at 16,500. Ethereum is at 1,200. What else is BNB is down at 270. I just seen BNB at like 300 and some. Yeah. So again, FTX has brought a lot of other projects down, of course. This is the typical thing that happens, like even when it happened with Celsius, and when it happened with Terra Luna and everything, these pretty much huge catastrophic just events that happen in crypto, you can always see it reflect on other projects, all the other crypto projects and everything pretty much, right? So that goes for FTX. Of course, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot more stuff just unraveling for FTX. So more updates and stuff that come for that. I'll definitely be here to talk about it. My man Love That said, I just need like a good 5,000 to invest in right now. So into blue chips, of course. Facts. Same here, brother. Same here. This is definitely those moments where it's like, man, this is the best time to have money, because like when these type of moments happen and you got some of the best products that you want to invest in are like super duper low, and they're pretty much at like a discount. Of course, this is the best time to like try to put money into it. But some people think that Bitcoin is going to go down to like 13,000. Maybe even 12,000 or something like that. Some people still believe that there's going to be more drops, like more price drops in the crypto market. I don't know. We have to wait and see, right? But moving on to SHIB, right? Some super big positive news for SHIB, right? Coming over here, it says Shiba Eternity hits a major milestone globally, and I gotta agree with this. Definitely a huge milestone, huge announcement for the Shiba Inu army, right? I'm gonna dive into it right now. So pretty much when it comes to the Shiba Eternity like game, right? The mobile app game that came out for iPhone, came out for Android and everything. It's pretty much like a card game that's attached to the Shiba Inu ecosystem. They've been making moves. Let's dive into this. So first off, it says Shiba Eternity has been one of the most anticipated releases by the Shiba Inu team, which it has. According to some reports, the application made its debut on the top 20 games list of Apple's App Store on the day it became available. Even a week after its release, the Shiba Eternity passed a significant download threshold of 100,000 downloads. So 100,000 people downloaded Shiba Eternity on their mobile devices, which is pretty awesome, right? And then it says Eternity has now been downloaded by over 250,000 people. The team has destroyed over 100 bugs just this month. now the game has achieved another major milestone, right? Here it comes, right? Here it comes. Look at this. Shiba Eternity enters the top 10 game in the world list. All right. Right here it says, as per the data from the Apple App Store, the game now has a spot on the top 10 games in the world's list. All right. Then it says it also has a 4.9 star rating with over 256 ratings at press time. The developers are also constantly rolling out updates to fix any issues. The game has come a long way since its debut. Now that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. I've already I've done a video previous on this, and I was pretty much speaking on how like Shiba Eternity, like if this game is successful, how much it can do, and how much of a difference it can make in a positive light when it comes to just adding on to that Shiba ecosystem and everything. And looking at this right now, it's definitely on the right path. I mean, top 10 game in the world. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. And then here's actually a picture of what it looks like and everything, right? So this is how it look in the Apple Store, the Apple App Store. Shiba Eternity, top 10 game in the world. Look at this, 4.9 rating, age 9+ years and older, right? It actually looked like a pretty fun game. Like I have a tablet. I want to download it on my tablet and try it out because I do want to play, especially now, just to check it out. And then down here it says Shiba Eternity's players. Let me actually zoom in back in a little bit more. It says Shiba Eternity's players manual was made public by Kusama in a post on November 4th that gave players a behind-the-scenes look at the game. New NFTs were also disclosed, as well as the locations where investors can get their hands on them. In the post, it says in the post, the first player's guide for the mobile card game was unveiled. Kusama claims that the manual is a living document that will change as the game does. The guide comes with a collection of lore that adds more background information to the overall gaming experience, right? So long story short, why is this good for SHIB, right? Why is this good for SHIB? Keep in mind, there was an article, right, that was posted a while ago. This was back in September, where they said, and they pretty much announced this, right? This was announced by the developer of SHIB, right? Satoshi Kusama, right? It says Shiba Inu game to burn 5% of revenue, right? So pretty much any revenue that comes through the Shiba Eternity game, 5% of that revenue will go towards burning SHIB token. Now, and then like just think of that burn mechanic on top of all the other burn mechanics that SHIB plans on having when it comes to either Shibarium, the SHIB, the SHIB burn portal, all this other stuff. That's pretty awesome. And again, for this game to be a top 10 game in the world, that's huge for SHIB. And then just to say that the 5% revenue that they bring in because people are going to be buying in-game, like they have in-game purchases when it comes to the Shiba Eternity game. All that revenue, right? 5% of that goes towards burning SHIB. And again, it just helps SHIB get to that 1/10 of a cent dream or 1 cent dream because they're constantly coming out with ways to burn SHIB token. All right. So big news for SHIB. Shout out to the SHIB army. Congratulations, y'all. Making big moves out here. Okay. Checking on the comments again. Bada bing, bada boom. So smash the like button, fam. Yo, much love. King Ape shit. What's going on, brother? Appreciate that. I'm going to go and say, heck yeah, smash that like button. Peace. Appreciate that, Legal. Much love, brother. Yeah, so that's as far as all the SHIB news right there, which is some pretty good SHIB news. That's what we have for today. That was actually announced today, was like early this morning. But moving on to Amazon, right? Moving on to Amazon. This is the final article for this stream. As you guys can see right here, man, and I don't know what's going on. Well, obviously I know what's going on. I mean, of course, we're in the bear market when it comes to crypto market, stock market and everything. We're pretty much in a recession. You got the war in Ukraine, Russia, just all this type of stuff that's going on all over the world. It's obvious that this type of stuff is going to be happening, right? But this was just announced today, I believe. Was it announced today? Yeah, it was announced or yesterday. It was announced yesterday. But it says Amazon, right? Amazon is said to plan to lay off thousands of employees, right? Then it says the job cuts of approximately 10,000, which will start as soon as this week, would focus on the company's devices organization, retail division, and human resources. So based off this article, like they're planning on, again, firing a lot of people, letting a lot of people go from Amazon, which is pretty crazy because Amazon is literally like one of the leading goods and services type of companies. And for them to be laying off around 10,000 people, that lets you know this economy is not looking good, right? So let's go ahead and dive into this. So it says the job cuts at Amazon would represent roughly 3% of its corporate employees and less than 1% of its global workforce of more than 1.5 million. All right. It says Amazon plans to lay off approximately 10,000 people in corporate and technology jobs starting as soon as this week. People with knowledge of the matter said, and what would be the largest job cuts in the company's history. Damn, let me go ahead and highlight that again. Hold on a second. It says, it says, and what would be the largest job cuts in the company's history? Ouch. Man. It says the cuts will focus on Amazon's devices organization, including the voice assistant Alexa, as well as its retail division. And Inhuman Resources said the people who spoke on condition of anonymity, because they were not authorized to speak publicly. And it says the number of layoffs remain fluid and is likely to roll out team by team rather than all at once as each business finishes plans. One person said, but if it stays around 10,000, it would represent roughly 3% of Amazon's corporate employees and less than 1% of its global workforce of more than 1.5 million, which is primarily composed of hourly workers. So, man, it's crazy because my mom just told me that there's supposed to be some type of like at-home job where you can work at home on a computer for Amazon, and they would give you like a computer to do all that. And I'm thinking like, I mean, judging by this, like, I don't know. It says they're going to be targeting specific like areas and positions when it comes to Amazon. Of course, not every position and stuff, obviously, but man, that sucks. That definitely sucks. I mean, I feel like it's already hard to get a job in this economy, or even like get hours. Because I have a friend who, has a job, and I have a couple of friends that have jobs, and a lot of them tell me how it's hard to get a couple like that. It's hard to get hours, to where like they're working full time. They're mostly just working part time and all this other stuff. So that's tough though, man. Definitely tough to hear. Sucks for sure. My man Love That Ink says they're going to use drones instead of drivers. I heard something like that. I heard about something like that. And at the same time, I mean, it's kind of like, if that's a more sufficient way, all right. If that's a more efficient way of doing something, right? It's kind of like drones don't get tired, robots don't get tired, humans do, right? Robots don't need rights. Robots don't have rights and stuff, man. Humans do. So, damn. But that's I guess that's how the cookie crumbles. But yeah. So FTX news, right? All that stuff is still just kind of crumbling down right as of right now. More stuff to come, obviously. SHIB has some pretty positive news. All right, I plan on like covering SHIB just every now and then when it comes to just Shibarium, Bone, Leash, the Shiba Eternity games, anything that involves Shiba's like ecosystem. I plan on talking about it. So to hear that the Shiba Eternity game is doing pretty good, that's pretty awesome for SHIB. And then Amazon, which is pretty crazy, man. But yeah. See, our last meeting was about labor budgeting. Damn. It says teleportation, delivery service. It says true robots are our future. I agree, Aglo. I agree 100%. All right. So yeah. With that being said, y'all, those are pretty much like the topics that I had for today. FTX, SHIB, and Amazon. I want to start doing this more often to where we're just like talking about just either some like global news or some stuff that has to do with like crypto. I even want to start talking about like the stock markets, because I know the stock markets are tied to crypto, like to the crypto market. So I want to start diving into like stocks and everything as well. And just like I said, just stuff that also just have to do with like just global news, whether it's stuff that have to do with Twitter, anything that's just big topics. I want to start covering it. So definitely look forward to just more streams and stuff, just more of these, just live streams that's going to be happening on my YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already and turn on the notifications. So when I do go live, you can pretty much be like the first one to get notified, right? And let's see what else. He said we could mention Trump running. Hello, I did see that. Where did I see that? Where did I see? I think I seen that somewhere on Twitter. Donald Trump is supposed to be running for. Look at this. It's funny how this gets announced after the whole Twitter thing, right? Isn't Donald Trump banned on Twitter? Look at this right here. Look at this. He said MAGA. MAGA? Yeah, MAGA, bro. He said, look at it. Former President Donald Trump announces a White House bid for 2024. Man, my man is trying to make a comeback. Don't call it a comeback. Former President Donald Trump aiming to become only the second commander-in-chief ever elected what is it? Let me say that again. Aiming to become only the second commander-in-chief ever elected to 2 non-consecutive terms, announced Tuesday night that he will seek the Republican presidential nomination in 2024. And then this is what he said, quote, "In order to make America great and glorious again." Oh, yeah. Okay, so he has an upgraded slogan now. At first it was "Make America Great Again." Now he's saying "Make America Great and Glorious Again." Okay. Okay. In order to make America great and glorious again. So it's going to be what, MAGGA? Yeah, I think it would be MAGGA. Okay. He says, I am tonight announcing my candidacy for president of the United States. Trump told a crowd gathered at a Mar-a-Lago, his waterfront estate in Florida, where his campaign will be headquartered. Man. Wow. It's interesting. This is Ultra MAGA. Elbow cough, elbow cough, elbow cough. This is Trump leg 2024. Trump will win 2024 election. There's no telling, man. He won. He was president before. It's no telling. Even better legal. Man, that's crazy. Damn. No, shout out to my man Ink for that. I actually forgot about that. I forgot I even saw that on Twitter. So appreciate you bringing that to my attention. But yeah, damn. So some good news for some things. Obviously some bad news for some other things. But we are covering the news. I want to start, just start discussing more topics and everything. As on top of just still talking about other projects that I plan on getting in and either investing in or either working with when it comes to the channel. But yeah, other than that, y'all, hope you guys enjoyed these topics. Hope you guys are having a wonderful and smooth Wednesday. It's currently 2:07 p.m. I'm about to go grab me a snack and probably just go outside for some fresh air, probably go for a walk or something, because I don't know, I just feel stuffy in my room. But with that being said, oh goodness, whew, I feel like I still coming down with a cold. Yeah, with that being said, hope you guys have a wonderful and safe Wednesday. I'll catch you on the flip side. Again, appreciate y'all tuning in and just showing support. Peace and love. To my man, love that you just said. We'll catch y'all later. Have a good one. Peace.